sometimes I procrastinate leaving the house. I will find 1,000 things to do. And I had to learn this a few years back that it's my anxiety. I do it in a lot of different things. Sometimes I just realize at home I'm going to get up and take on a big chore, a task in the house. I will procrastinate my behind off. And it's just like I'm building myself up to what I need to do. And I do that probably in a lot of aspects of my life. I'm not ready for what needs to be done, what has to be done today. So I'll nilly-willy around. But when it comes to appointments, I can't do it a lot because at some point you've got to exit the front door. You got to get out the house. So, but it did happen. I definitely did. I did some laundry. I did just some miscellaneous stuff. I'm taking stuff out the dishwasher and putting it away. Just stuff that has nothing to do with get your behind up, get fresh, get clean, get dressed, get to drinking, and get out the door. Things I did had nothing to do with getting out the door. But again, that's my way of preparation. My mental needs to be distracted. And I'm going to do the same thing when I get in the building. I'm going to get in the building. And when they come in the room, I get to talking. It's so funny that I didn't know. I'm a talker, so it's hard to associate when I'm babbling, just that it's anxiety. It's always, literally recently I learned because I overdo it. And sometimes people look at me like, dang, are you really this talkative? Are you really this chatty? And it hit me one day when I just realized I was just going overboard. It put a battery pack in me and it just wound me up. And when the moment was over, I was like, dang, I was extra chatty in there. I was just rambling it. And then I realized that was that anxiety. You didn't. I'm sure it was a medical appointment. I don't remember exactly, but it's happened so many times. I'm sure it was me trying to stall. Like, let me talk, let's laugh, how's your day? And girl, let me tell you about my last appointment, and just rambling. And then when it gets down to the moment, that's when I'm like, okay, wait, okay, hold on, okay, I'm ready. No, I'm not, okay, I'm ready to go. Okay, no, I'm not. I go through it. I've gotten so much better since someone told me when it comes to needles, IVs, hydrate. I've gotten better, but I've had anxiety for so many years dealing with it. It's just not gone. And in my other video with my iron infusion, I was trying to talk about the 3 things. It's mainly with blood work. The 3 rules I have for the phlebotomist, and I couldn't remember one of them. So here are the 3 rules. First, please go and get the tiniest needle you have. I do need the butterfly. I need the butterfly. And if you have one smaller than the butterfly, baby, grab that one. That's the first rule. Rule number 2. When you are about to go in, don't tell me. When you're about to stick, do not tell me. If you don't need me to jump or flinch, do not tell me. And how about I forgot again the 3rd one? I forgot the 3rd one again, y'all. I'm going to come back and tell y'all what the 3rd one was. And do not stick me if you don't see a good vein. Those are the 3 rules, guys. I couldn't remember it on the way here. If you don't see a good vein, don't go in. Because that's the reason we do 1, 2, 3 sticks. Cause you sticking me and you don't see a good vein. That's what's in my head. When something don't go right, that means you didn't see the right vein to go in. Those are the 3 rules, though. Tiniest needle possible. Do not stick me if you don't see a good stick, and when you're ready to stick, don't tell me. But yeah, there's 3 rules. Those are the most 2 important. Always get the smallest needle. Do not tell me when they're about to go in my arm, so I don't. If they're like, okay, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna jump. Don't tell me that. So just go. And I've done this so many times. Unfortunately, I know when they're going in. When they get real quiet, as soon as they take that little wipe and they clean your arm, and everything gets quiet, they're focused on that vein. They go. I know when they're going in. So it's like, I don't know. In the beginning, it was like, don't tell me. And it made sense, don't tell me. But now it's like, I already know. When they walk, because they looking, they got the trinket on. They don't squeeze your arm to death. They looking for the vein. When they think they found it, the next thing they do is wipe. When they wipe, the next couple of seconds they're going in. So I know when they're going in. But I try to play all the mental games I can for my comfort. So it's like, don't tell me. Just don't say it. And my eyes are always closed, and I'm always looking the opposite direction. I can never look at anything they're doing. Even after their IVs in my arm, I never look. I can sit there for 2 hours getting that iron infusion. I never look at my arm. When they take it out, I don't look. I cannot. I don't know if I think I'll pass out. I don't want to see something sticking out of my skin. Like, yeah, it's weird. I'm not looking. So I never see it the entire time. I turn my head. I look away. I let them do their thing. And when it's in my arm, I walk to the room like this. IV in arm, and I'm like, let's go. I'm still not looking. So, anywho. Today was absolutely horrible. I had 3 freaking sticks. In my previous video, I told you guys I am a 1-stick chick, and I'm out of here. You watch me hydrate. I did the thing that I was supposed to do. 1 stick didn't work. I remained calm. The 2nd stick didn't work. I started to do the freak out. And then I said, I'm not doing it today. I'm leaving. I'm going to go home. And then I thought about how much I was drinking and drinking and drinking. And I'm like, what are the chances I come back on a different day to get this 2nd round and it doesn't work? It should be working today. There's no reason it's not working today. So I suck it up. And I did the unthinkable, a 3rd stick. We'll talk more about the details when I get in my vehicle and I can speak louder and freely. But yeah, this is where we are. 1 attempt. 2 attempt. And the actual IV. That's where we tried. It didn't work. That's where it ended up at. And the other attempt is on my left arm. That's on my right arm.
I really thought you retired and moved the boat that we haven't seen.
Still here. I just started beeping, so it's 4 o'clock. Still here. I'm out of there. I'm officially out of there. I'm going to do my best to talk about what happened on the inside as quickly and as lightly and move on, because I'm honestly, did it rain while I was in there? I'm honestly all in my head. I'm so far in my head, it's not funny. And if I go into deep details, it's just not going to be good if I go into serious details. So I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to try my best not to go into serious details. The guy that usually is my guy, and I just kind of recently got with him. He came in, he put the needle in, the IV. I could tell it wasn't, when he got quiet and kept pushing my arm, I said, okay, he don't have it. It's not in him. So after a while, he had to tell me, I don't like how I look. I said, okay, I was good. I think I did really well. I didn't have the same usual anxiety. I just said, okay, do what we got to do. And it didn't hurt. The insert didn't hurt. The second one, I was calm. I didn't flinch. I didn't have as much anxiety as I normally have. But baby, when he said he didn't like that one either, it didn't take. Whoo, my girl. I talked about her last time. She is so freaking hilarious. She does not even seem professional, probably, to some people, because she's just so down to earth, and the stuff she be saying out her mouth and the way she be talking, I love her to pieces. I wouldn't change a thing about her. I love her personality, her energy, and she's always there for me. She's very supportive. She's just very super friendly and just a trip. She's funny. She came in, and she always checks me. She's the one that gets me in and do everything, do my weight. She said, she just kind of came in and she said, you okay? And I looked at her and I said, I'm not. I broke down. I had a very emotional breakdown. And then I asked her to come closer. And I said, please hold my hand. She said, what? You gonna touch me? And that's just how crazy she is. I'm having an emotional moment. This girl's still clowning. You gonna touch me? I said, girl, if you don't give me your hand. I felt so sorry for that baby, because when I tell you, I'm holding her with my weaker hand, my left hand. I squeeze the donkey boots. Yes, I said donkey boots out that baby's hand. She said, oh my gosh, she said, oh my gosh, what a grip you have there. And I couldn't even talk to tell her, baby, this is my weak hand. This is not my right hand. When after the second stick, I said, I'm going home. I freaked out. I was hyperventilating. I was doing everything. I'm going home. I can't, not today. I'm not doing this today. Not doing it today. Then I thought about it. You drank. You prepared yourself. So he was trying to give me this positive pep talk, and she knew that's not what I needed. So she was kind of like, oh my God, don't do that. Because she ain't, don't do that. That is not at all what she needed to hear now. And so he said, he said, he has a little bit of an accent, and he said something about, you shouldn't complain. I said, I'm not complaining, and it has nothing to do with you. I said, and my mental health is my mental health. You can't change how I'm feeling and what's going on in my mind. I can't even change it. So again, this has nothing to do with you, but I feel how I feel, and my anxiety is not going to go away. So, and he's usually pretty cool. He don't have a lot of patience, but he can get the needle in. So I'm gonna need him to have a little more patience, because them pep talks in the midst of turmoil, baby, just get the needle in, get the IV in. Anywho, I thought about it, and I said, that's when I broke down and had my emotional breakdown. I said it. He said, did you drink anything? I had to pause before I could even answer him. I said, that's all I did. I drank. That's all I've been doing is drinking. I'm just having a whole moment. She was just like, she said, it's okay, baby. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing so good. And so I started beating my foot on. I was like, I just want to fight. I just want to punch something. When you tell me to hydrate, and I hydrate, and that's what I do. What else am I supposed to do when I do what I'm supposed to? I mean, I'm having a whole breakdown. So I'm thinking, come back another day. Why? I did what I was supposed to do today. Like, I can't drink that much more another day. He said, you want to come back tomorrow? I said, absolutely not tomorrow. I'm not coming back tomorrow. No. So I had to think that thing through. I'm like, the way you drank and hydrated, you should be good today. So mentally go through this another day. I already have to come back next week for round 3. I'm stuck on round 2. Yeah, let's get this done today. I've never willingly just said, okay, 3 sticks. Okay, 1 stick, I'm out the door if you don't get it the first time. I let him do the 3rd stick. He went and got a heating pad. He said, I'm going to try something. I said, do whatever you need to do. Just do whatever you need to do. Just please stop. The talking annoys me. Just do what you need to do. He went and got a heating pad. He had that heating pad all over my... Anywho, let's shorten this, because I need to get on to the stores and do what I have to do. Anywho, he had this heating pad all up and down my arm. I said, don't stick me if you don't see it. This your 3rd try, and this is it. 3 strikes, you are absolutely out. He knew the rule. He knew what I didn't want him to do. Then he started patting and beating on my hand. He told me patient abuse. I said, baby, beat my brains out if you need to. Get this IV in my arm. I need this iron. But the fact that he's doing all that, he has a heating pad up and down my arm. He's beating and beating. You don't see a good vein? What the hell's going on today? Long story short, he got it in my right hand. Kind of like on the side. It was like on the side a little bit. I was not a happy camper. But all I know is I have to do this one more time. And I can't make the second time a bunch of times trying. Now let's get it in today. I've never willingly said 3 sticks. Babe, I need to get that iron today. I'm going to shut this off, guys. I want to get it out. I have to have my own personal moment off camera. And then I'm going to roll. I got things to do. But yeah, today was not a good day.